Okay, hello everyone. Today we will be presenting how to create a project from scratch using Keil MDK5 version 5.33. Okay, now my name is Muhd Akmal ID 25350. So um, now we're going to do project creation from scratch. Okay, what we will need now is three things: the Keil MDK5 version 5.33, the latest one that we'll be using right now. There's a Nuvoton NUC140.pack we can download from Microsoft Teams, and another one is NUC140 BSP, a zip file. Okay, before we do anything, there's additional steps that we need to do, which is to set up the pack installer. Okay, once we downloaded all the required stuff, we will install Keil MDK5 and then let it finish installing. Once installed, we go to C, uh, the written directory, and we open pack installer. Okay, now we just follow all the steps that we have right here. I'm not going to show it right now because it's supposed to be on another part. We only focus on project creation. Okay, so these are the first things that we need to do before we start project creation. Okay, now let's start with our create new project procedures. All right, firstly we need to create a new folder called assignment 0 at desktop. Let's create a new folder, assignment 0. All right, there it is. Now we open Keil MDK5, and under project tab, this one, we will create new macrovision project. Okay, then we go to desktop, and we go to assignment 0, and we create another project inside here. We create another folder inside here. We name it as Keil. Okay, and then the next step, we input a file name as assignment 0. Save it as project files, and we hit save. Next, we'll be greeted with a pop-up. Okay, you're gonna wait for it to load. Okay, this is the pop-up. So we choose under Nuvoton NUMicro M0 file, and we go to M100, NUC100, this NUC100 series, and we choose the last option, which is NUC140 VE3CN, which is that one, and we hit OK. Alright, the next step is that we just ensure that everything is not ticked. Okay, all of these are not unticked. Right, so everything is all okay. We hit OK. Okay, now we are currently under the project assignment 0, and inside project assignment 0, we have another folder called target 1. And then we're just going to create another folder. It's already named source group 0, so we're going to rename that folder. Just double click it here. All right, we rename it as CMSys group. Okay. All right. And then we're going to create another folder under target, another group. We rename it as library source. Source group. And then we're going to create another group, rename it as library. So that is what we have done so far. So now we need to verify that under target 1 there are 3 folders, namely the CMSys group, the source group, and the library group. So now let's go to the sub procedures. There are 3 sub procedures, which are for CMSys group, for library group, and also for sub procedures group. Source group. All right. Okay, so now on this SimSys group, we're gonna go to add existing file, and then we go to this selection. We go to C, and then we go to, let's make it bigger. We go to NUC140 BSP edu, and we just follow the steps. There are 3 of it. Okay, so now first one is SimSys library, SimSys, and then include Coral.mc. Okay, this one. You click add, and now we close it. Under SimSys group, there's another one. You already have a file called Coral CMO. So now we're going to add more files. This time it's at you go back to C, and you see 140 BSP. We go to library. We go to device, Nuvoton NUC1XX. We go to source, and we choose system NUC1XX. Okay, now under the same folder, we go to ARM, and now we need to change the file types to ASM source file. Now we have startup NUC1XX.s. So we also need to add that one. Add. Okay, once that's done, we see there are 3 files on the SimSys group. Once that's verified, we can go to the next step, which is library group. Okay, so let's go to library, add existing file. We follow the steps. We go to C, we go to NUC140 BSP, and then we go to library, NUC1XX, and source. Now we need to change back to C file because there's all of it are C files. First, we need to choose this GPIO. We press add, and then we go up one folder. We go to same folder. We find for sys.c. Okay, add that. And another one is spi.c. We add that. Now we press close. Let's check a library group. Yes, we have GPIO, sys.c, and spi.c. Done with the sub procedures as in library group, we go to source group. Source group is just we only need to add one file. We press add existing file. Again, go back to C, NUC140bsp.edu, and then we go to library, NUC1SS LB002, and then we press source, and we choose lcd.c, and then press add and close. Okay, now we have lcd.c. Okay, so now we're going to verify that all files are in place. On the SimSys group, we have 3 files, which are core cmo.c, system nuc1xx.c, and also startup nuc1xx.s. On the source group, we have 1 file, lcd.c, and another. In library group, we have 3 files, gpio.c, sys.c, and spi.c. Now, we already finished all of the sub procedures. Now, what we're going to do now is we're going to create new item. Step number 12. Okay, go to source group. We press add new item. Okay, choose it as SC file and name it as assignment 0. Under location, we need to change it. Okay, we need to create under Keil. We need to create a new folder. We just need to create under Keil, and we just press OK. We press add. Now we already have our file. Okay, I think I'm gonna make a new file, not this one. Okay, we're gonna name it as main.c. So let it be in Keil, add, done. So we're going to close this one. Alright, under main.c, we need to enter some codes. Here are the codes. We're just going to copy and paste it. Done. Now, what we're going to do next is that we're going to go to the Flash tab, this one, Flash, and configure Flash tools. We are just going to wait for it to load. Alright, now we're going to go to the first tab, which is Device tab, this one, Device. Ensure that this one is correct. Nuvoton NUC140 VE3CN toolset as ARM. Next, we go to Target. Now we're going to ensure that everything is correctly as per follow, which is xtol as xtol megahertz as in 50. Edit that, and then IROM let it be on default values, and IRM1 also on default values. Except there's an exception for Keil version MDK5 version 5.33. We need to choose the ARM compiler, this part, into compiler 5. Alright, next. Once that's done, go to the next step, which is output. Okay, now the name of the executable is assignment 0. What we're going to do for select folder for objects is this one. Under now, we're going to go create another folder here named obj. Alright, inside obj, we already in this destination. We press OK. Alright. Okay, maybe we need to do some adjustment. The folder should be under Keil. Okay, Keil. Now we are in Keil. New folder here. obj. We're not going to use objects. We're going to use obj, and we press OK. Now, our directory is the same as the one that we already put here. Okay, now we go to the next tab, which is listing. Under listing, we're going to select folder for listing. Do the same step. We're going to go back to Keil main folder. We're going to create new folder. The name is LST. Once we are in LST, ensure that the directory is correct, and we hit OK. Now, the directory for assembly listing is ./lst/**lst, the same one as the one that we have right now. Okay, once that OK, I'm going to go to user, add user. We're going to take run 1 and run 2. Okay, for each one, we're going to copy this line. Copy. And for run number 2, copy this one also. And let everything as it is, and ensure that beep and complete is tick. Next, we're going to go to C/C++. Alright, we're going to choose optimization as level 0 in bracket -0. Just use this one. And we're going to press include paths that we're going to include. Press the triple dots. Okay, this part is going to be a little bit tedious. Let's go one by one. We're going to create new, you're going to insert new folder. This one. Press the triple dot. Alright, the first thing that we're going to do is we go to C. Alright, C. Under NUC140 BSP ADU, we're going to choose library, sys, and include. Select folder. Next, we're going to press the lower part. Another one. Triple dot again. Okay, this part is same. We go to C, NUC, library, device, Nuvoton, and you see 1xx and include. Select the folder, repeat for another one. Press triple dot. This we go to C, and you see library, device, Nuvoton, and you see 1xx source. And we are going to add another one, triple dot. We're going to go to C, and you see 140 library, and we're going to choose library, the biggest folder. Okay, now there's another two folder we need to add. Okay, the fifth one is in C, library, and you see 140 BSP, library, and you see XX, include. Select folder. Okay, the last folder that we're going to take in is another one. Press triple dot. We go to C, and you see one. We go to library, and you see one XXLB002. And I'm gonna choose the folder include and select folder. Once that is done, hit OK. So everything is all good. I'm gonna go next to the special step, which is the ASM. Okay. All right. For ASM, we need to choose thumb mode as on. Let me check again. Okay, just some additional information. These are the critical steps. If you choose at target, you choose compiler version 6. At CC, this one, at the ASM, we are going to choose assembler option as ARM ASM, ARM syntax, this one. Or to make things easier, you go to target, you use the 5th version compiler, and then you go to ASM, and it's already there, this part. You don't need to do anything more. It's already there. Okay, now let's go to the linker part. Just ensure that everything is all okay. And under miscellaneous controls, we need to copy certain command. We're just going to copy, paste, and that's it. And next, we go to debug tab. Under use, we choose it, and we use NU link Nuvoton NU link debugger. This one. This one. All right. Okay, and then ensure that everything is all okay, and we go to the last tab, which is utilities, and take at wait, and just let everything as it is, and we are done. We can hit that OK now. All right. Now we can test out our code by pressing the build. All right, let's press it now. Okay, so now let's try to build it. Building. All right, so we have 0 errors and 0 warnings. So that is completed. So we have now completed our project creation from scratch. And some additional notes that I would like to tell is that during step number 17, we're gonna use compiler version number 5. Okay, let's go to Flash, configure Flash tool. Let's go to target. We are going to use version number 5. This is quite important because many people has actually got a lot of errors if you use compiler version 6. So do keep in mind, use version 5. And next at step number 22, Users with Keil MDK5. Okay, actually this one. Okay, for example, if I choose version number 6 and we go to C++, this one, we go to ASM, sorry. The assembler option we should use actually is ARM ASM, and that actually will cause more errors. So just skip all of this step. We don't need to type like 16 and stuff. We don't need to do that. We just go to target, use compiler version 5, and we go back to ASM, and it's already there. So those are the two additional notes, the issues that we've found so far, and that is all. With that, this is Akmal.